Hi, it's Juris and welcome to Tattoo Shop Talk, and today we will take a look at two tattoo machines by Inklo. We will look at two of them because one of them is pretty standard tattoo machine and I don't have anything much to say to make like a full video. The other one is way more fun and I have a bit more to say about it. Let's look at the first one. Inklo LBL wireless tattoo pen. Looks like this, pretty standard size, some branding on the grip. See, it says Inklo. And there's a buttons up and down for voltage and on and off button. Price wise, it comes in at 244 euros, which is around 250, 260 US. And it's available in 3.5, 4mm, 4.5mm and 5mm stroke. And from what it looks like on a web page at the moment, all the other stroke lengths apart from 4mm are sold out. And this one is 4mm stroke tattoo machine, which is nice stroke lengths to work with. I like those machines with around 4.2mm stroke, and this works just fine. It has one weird feature, but let's look at the regular nice features from the beginning. It has the clicky adjustment on the grip, and you can remove grip. You can sanitize it how you want it, and then it's all this thing. Boom. There's a bunch of certification. Rated capacity 3000 milliamps, 5 volts, 1 amp, made in China, and then it says that it's 4mm stroke right on there. Let's switch it on, and it has this interesting feature which spooked me at first. When you switch it on, you have to hold on to a button for a little bit longer. And then this thing loads, and then the machine is on. And as you can see, pretty nice display, which displays all you want. There's volts, there's hertz, there's powers, and there's timer. If you want to reset timer, you press up and down together. And it's back to 0. To run it, press the power button. It goes from 48 up to 148 hertz or 4 to 11 volt. Let's see if it still has a screen protector on. Okay, it does. Perfect, nice and shiny screen. It's a 4mm stroke tattoo machine, which just works. Machine comes in this a bit hard carrying case, which is nice for storage. Fits in there and you get your USB-C cable and all good news. This one here, I have few bits for other few machines, which is the fun part. Works just fine. A bit unusual thing, when you pack it, even the sticky tape, because of its texture, the way it's done, it's just not sticking to it that well. And if I pack it in a clipcord sleeve, then as you work, you sort of feel how it's trying to slip off because of the shape, and it's not very grippy, the texture. And even sticky tape that sticks pretty much quite well to things. On this one, you put it on and it comes off super easy, almost slides off. But sticky tape is the option to pack it, and the way I do it, I would put a sticky tape on this part, sort of there, and then I'll put another one around here, and then because there's a little gap, I would take masking tape and sort of stick it halfway to itself and then put it around, and then you can still move this part and adjust the length of the needle. But yeah, it's not very sticky. I don't know if it's texture or material, but that's kind of unusual. For me, clipcord sleeve didn't work because it felt like it wants to slip off. You're like gripping it and it almost feels like you're pushing machine out of it. And that's the only thing which I found weird. Otherwise, it's a regular tattoo machine with nice screen, and it's this regular shape that we all are used to. And now let's get to more interesting machine, and that would be Inklo Blade Tattoo Pen Machine. And it's this beautiful little thing. Price wise at the moment it's 227.18 euros. Those prices change a little bit, I think, according to the what's the value of the money, and in US it would be like 240, 250 again, depending on what's the rate. It is available in 3.5, 4mm, 4.5mm and 5mm stroke, and we'll talk about strokes in a moment because there's a big catch to it. As a machine itself, pretty standard looking tattoo pen, works with everything on RCA. Boom. Bigger batteries, smaller batteries. Standard machine, easy to wrap. You can use sticky tapes, you can use clipcord sleeves. That's all easy to do. You can undo the grip. And then it's this looking thing, and you can do what you want to do with a grip. One big thing that I was always wanting tattoo machines to have sort of same thread on grips, so you can use different grips that you already have, or disposable grips. And this thread fits Bishop 1 threads. And that's where the fun begins. If you have Bishop machines around, you can use their big grips. Boom. You can use the disposable grips, you can use the gel looking thing grips like these things, or if you already have a heavy grip and that makes it more stable, more sort of forward heavy, more like a pointy, bada boom. And that's something to keep in mind. Let's say you have one of Bishop tattoo machines or few of Bishop tattoo machines and you want something like a backup, you can get this one and it will work with your RCA batteries and with all the grips. Even one step further, what's really awesome, you can take it apart. Then you have access to all this jazz. What's really cool, you can buy cams separately. If you look at their webpage, there's a link to extra cam wheel purchase. Click here and it opens up and you have options for 17.5 euros, so around 20 bucks. You can get extra 3.5, 4 millimeters, 4.5 millimeters and 5 millimeters stroke cams. This one's been on 5 millimeters and we did not have any need to change it. We used it a lot, mainly for lining. So far everything from 3 liner up to 9 round shader or 7 was absolutely no problems. I'll chip in my colleague's opinion on it as well. Talk in there.
Oh shit! we're talking about the Inklo machine, right?
Yeah, the Inklo, the 5 millimeter stroke one.
Okay, yeah, so the 5 millimeter stroke Inklo machine, I've used it a bunch for like mainly outlines and everything. So far so good. It's really powerful. I can ride it with both thick lines, small lines. Just be careful because it is really punchy. But all in all, I really like the machine. And also the customizable or the more adjusting grips that you can use on it. I used the more heavier Bishop grip. I also tried one of the disposable grips. I also tried the grip with gel, which was also disposable. This one. They all worked super great. It's all about preferences, but I really like the machine. So yeah, I would recommend. What do you want?
Thank you.
No problem.
Also on their webpage there's another link which opens to 3D printed grip options. That's also pretty cool, so if you want to try different shapes or use them just as a disposable grips, because they are 1.75 euros, I think around $2 each, and then you get different shapes. There's a skinnier one if you want skinnier grip. This is kind of like a standard one, and then it's this rounded shape one if you want to see what works better for your grip. I'm pretty sure if you are into 3D printing, then you can get a sort of like a, I don't know what it is, the file or the model of it, and you can print them yourself. I think you have to buy like something like 3D printed machine from them, and then you can sort of get the whatever it's called, the file, and print it yourself. And depending on what materials you use and how many you print, I think it can work out even cheaper. As I discussed with the gentleman from the brand, I think you can get it price-wise down to like 50 cents per piece if you manage your own printing. I don't know much about 3D printing, so don't quote me on that. You can check with the brand and see what's going on. And there's a bunch of options of different colors. You get all sorts of galaxy gray, galaxy purple, light gray, pink if you're into pink, many people are, and even gold color. Speaking of price, so if this comes out in around $240 US, then you add 20 bucks for each stroke length, so that's, you have one on a machine, you add 3, that's $300 US ish. Also remember that we have affiliate links, so you can get a little discount on some or all of these things that are available. That is pretty reasonable price. So for half of like a Bishop machine, you get all 4 stroke lengths. That's even more than Bishop have, to play around and see what works for you. And that's what I've been always wanting. Make a tattoo machine that's solid direct drive tattoo machine with the option to change cams. An extra thing that they have made is the thread fits existing system of grips, which many people may have with their already existing tattoo machine. Fits a really good grip system. What else do you want? I think this is like a perfect tattoo machine for very reasonable price to see what works for you best, to try different cam systems. 3D printed grips if you want to use them as grips or just dispose them, because technically you can clean them. And looking at the price, it would also make more sense to use them as disposable ones. If you have a 3D printing situation going on, you are even off to more options and you can print your own shapes if you're savvy in that department. So I think this is like perfect tattoo machine for everybody. Also perfect tattoo machine for them who use Bishop tattoo machines and they want to back up out, or they want to try different stroke lengths. And this is the very budget-friendly solution, in my opinion. Few things that I forgot to mention, or some that I didn't figure out up until today. One of them, sort of downside for this tattoo machine, would be the same grip texture or material like on the first one. Boom. Best option to pack it would be sticky tape, but even that doesn't stick to it too well. So but it sticks somewhat. But as you can see, you can even stick it and it slides off, but it has some sort of friction. And if you use a clip cord sleeve, when you hold it, let's put a needle in. Let's say you're working, you have your padding, your grip tape, whatever, but when you hold it, when you apply pressure at the bottom part, you are sort of pushing machine out in a clip cord sleeve, so it slides off here. The best way to pack it would be sticky tape. I didn't mention it in the first take of the video because I was too excited to work with heavy grip from Bishop ones. That was sticking fine. Up until today, I tried the original grip, that there's same issue like on this machine, that the plasticky parts does not want to stick to it. On the positive things, I forgot to mention that also because you can open this part, you have more access to clean things on inside. If anything gets on a push rod, you have a chance to open it and clean it even further. And this is correct setup, even though it's sort of squarish on inside, but you put it in, wiggle it, and it's in place. Rod easily wiggles in the hole where it's supposed to be, you lock it and it's all good news, you can clean it, you can change cams. And another thing that didn't came up in my head until yesterday, I want to try it with 3.5mm cam, because we've been working with 5mm stroke and it's been fine. Why I want to try it with 3.5mm stroke cam? Because I want to compare it how it stacks up to Bishop Wand and also to Critical Torque. Bishop Wand shader, which is 3.5mm stroke tattoo machine, does not really work for me. I mean, I have it, I tried, but it's not my go-to machine. While Critical Torque with 3.5mm stroke is my go-to tattoo machine. And I want to see how 3.5mm stroke cam works with this system, because on Bishop Wand's 3.5mm stroke machine, Bishop shader, I believe it has different motors, so it's like not the same like on Packer and on Liner, which has the same motor but different stroke lengths. So this one has the same motor, but you have all the options to change stroke lengths from 3.5mm up to 5. So I want to see how it will stack up to other tattoo machines with 3.5mm stroke. I will check that. That's those little things that I forgot to chip in or figured out later. Now, if you have anything to say on this tattoo machine or on this tattoo machine, leave that in the comment section. And let me know in general, what do you think about this system? What do you think about 3D printed grips? Is it a future? Or there's something off to it that I haven't think of? And do all the YouTube things, check all the links in video description. If you shop with Inklo, then use our affiliate links. You get a little discount and we get a little kickback, and that way you support channel. Thank you for that. Check out if you're interested. We have membership with little perks, not much, but another way to support channel. Check other playlists in video description. If you're super awesome, then share this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the future videos. Bye. Stay safe.